Okay? So every time when you read a question, you have to talk about the parameter of interest. It's okay. You didn't record. I got everything I want to write down. So are you clear? So you see or not? When you are having a lesson, when I talk to you, when I ask you question, the purpose is I want to make sure that you understand, you know how to extract information. Are you okay? Okay. So in this question, the population for this situation is the people who can vote in that area. Okay, parameter of interest will be the true proportion of people that will vote for party DNT in the coming election. So there are two different bodies. They collect different samples and make a prediction of the true proportion of people that will vote for party DNT in the coming election. Okay, so for the party itself, they got this result. Okay, then the second one, okay, can you please key into your calculator and get the answer? Okay, got the answer already? Okay, Ramisa, can I have the answer? Okay, by the way, Renard, are you there?
Yes, Miss. I'm here.
Okay, may I know why your name is no more in the TCIS?
What's TCIS?
Okay, the attendance. You didn't mark your attendance, correct?
I did.
Can you mark your attendance?
Well,
Can you mark your attendance? May I know?
I took attendance just now. I already took.
You took your attendance just now.
Yeah. They say I can screenshot.
You can take your attendance, but how come in my TCIS I don't have your name one?
Wait, I don't know. I just now key in like 10 minutes ago.
You can take your attendance. My name list don't have your.
My phone say already attendance taken.
But when I go into your TCIS, one of your is not in. Okay, never mind. I will check. Okay, it's okay. Okay. Yes. Ramisa? Oh, Ramisa is not in. Yeah, can I have the answer?
0.32532.
Okay, and another one?
0.35468.
Okay. So this one, we are 95% confidence. The one you just write it down by yourself. Yeah. So it's 32.5%. Then go right up to 35.5%. All right. Okay. So now part B, the question asks us to illustrate. All right. The question asks us to illustrate. That is 32.5. 35.5. There is a confidence interval. The other confidence interval is start from 36. And the highest goal is 42. This is from the party itself, DNT party. Itself, this is from the independent. Okay, body. Okay, so now what do you realize? Okay, we try not to use the word overlap or not overlap. We try to explain in the way that, okay, we said the highest possible confidence interval from the independent party is 35.5, which is less than the lowest possible proportion from the confidence interval from the party DNT, which is 36. So the two confidence interval doesn't overlap. So most probably, which sample is biased? Most probably, which sample is biased, you think? The first one or the second one? If they didn't overlap, that means one of them is biased sample. That means they only go and ask those they think will support them. So you think which sample is most probably will be biased sample? Which one? Marcus? Marcus? Are you in my class?
Yes, yes.
Which one most probably is a biased sample? The first one or the second one? From the party or from the independent poster?
The first one.
Yeah, most probably is the first one, but we don't know. If you want, you can use the third one or the fourth one to test. Okay, this is what you can do when you write your report. You can have a few. You can have a few. Okay, you look at question 8. You can have a few, then you make a conclusion. Which one is biased? If like I have 3 which is overlap and one of them is out totally from the others, that means the other one is biased. So you want to know whether test for biased sample or not, that means you take a few more sample and test. So in writing your report, you are not going to use one sample to conclude everything. You may use a few samples. Okay, like in question 8 in page 287. Can you please go to page 287? Okay, question 8. Can you please go through question 8? Okay. So the population for this question is the result when tossing a fair coin. Okay. Okay, parameter of interest is the proportion of getting hits. So you have 3 samples there. So you can record down all the 3 samples and in max. Okay, I just want to give you some idea. So in writing your report, this is question. Writing your report, you can have a few samples, correct? What you can record down is you can record down in the form of a table. So I will record down, these are my, okay, sample. I put first, second, third, and so on and so forth. Maybe I have another one, 4. Okay, so sample, you have sample size. So you tell the examiner what is N. N is the sample size. You define all your symbol. Okay, what is X in this case? Okay, you write down. Okay, then you can find the confidence interval. Okay, you can say 95% confidence interval. Okay, then if you look at part B, they say illustrate the 3 confidence interval and comment on your result. So what I'm interested in will be the width. Or if you want to add one more before the width, you can put the margin of error. So you see, you present your answer in the table form, people can see it very clearly. Then after that, you illustrate. So I'm just teaching you from question 8 that when you write your report, you have different sample, then you can just tabulate it instead of keep writing it. So what is my P? I will write down. So here I will write P is between what and what. So P is what? You define. So all your term you define. Do you get me? So that is one way of presenting your mathematical finding in a table form. Are you okay? Then illustrate is another way to present, to give people the visual of it. So hopefully you can incorporate all this into your report. Okay, now you please find the confidence interval. Hurry up. Then I'm going to ask you one by one. For the first one, second one, and the third one. The first one, the n is 100. The number of head that you have is 52. The second one, the sample size is 400. I increase the sample size, so I should know what is expected. Then the next one, I got very large sample size. Okay, then you go and use your one prop Z interval. Then you can say the confidence interval can be found by using this whatsoever. Yeah, 95% confidence interval. So what is P? P is the true proportion of heads. Appear. So you define it, you just put that. Then you write down your confidence interval. And it's good that you can write in percentage. It doesn't matter. Straight away write in percentage. Okay, got the answer already? Okay, Clarissa, can I have the first one?
42.2 and 61.8%.
42.2
and 61.8.
Okay, is that correct?
Yeah, I got that as well.
Okay, good. Junjie, second one. Junjie, second one.
48.3.
48.3
and 58.1.
58.1. Okay, I just want to make sure everyone know how to get, okay? Okay, Phoebe, the next one,
46.5%.
46.5.
Yeah. And 51.4.
46.5 and 51.4.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you observe when you increase the sample size? The lower one, the lower predicted value go up, am I right? And the upper highest possible go down, am I right? So can you please calculate the width for each case? Can you calculate the width for each case? So I expect the width to be reduced. Why? Okay, do you get the width ready? Okay, Mikia, the first width. Mikia, the first width.
Yes.
The first one, what is the width?
Oh, 61.8 minus 42.2.
Give me the answer, please. Mikia, answer.
Okay, I get it. Yes, I know.
Do you have a calculator with you?
I do. 19.6.
Huh?
19.6.
19.6. Okay, or 0. If you get it from the formula 0.196. So what is the margin of error, Mikia?
Margin
What
of
is the
error is
margin of error? Yeah.
0.196.
Huh? 0.0.
What?
What is the margin of error for the first one?
0.196.
Huh? If in the exam, I give you the width as 0.196 and you give me the margin of error also 0.196, I wish you all the best. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Until today, if you don't know what is the margin of error, that is very unfair to me because I've explained exactly what is margin of error to you already. Okay, Jared, what is the margin of error for the first one?
0.098.
Thank you. Gerald, can you explain to him how you get the answer?
You take the width divided by 2.
Why you take the width divided by 2? Still remember I told you, this is our point estimator, correct?
Yeah.
How far is it above the highest possible? This is called the margin of error.
Error.
You can go lower. So isn't it, this is the width? Okay, so when you are writing your report, you have to explain to people what is the margin of error. correct? And you also must have this formula, correct? If you are talking about proportion, you must have this formula, am I right? Am I right? So this is called the margin of error. Highest error you can go. How much you can deviate from the point estimator. All this term, if you don't know how to explain, I tell you, your whole report will be upside down. Okay, so the next one is, okay, you can go and calculate by yourself. Okay, so now, okay, someone say, I didn't explain deviation of formula. I didn't explain. Did I upload a video? Did I upload a video for proportion last week on Monday? And I asked you to go through the video. Rush? Okay, you go to your WhatsApp. You go to your WhatsApp. I ask you to go through that video, please, because I'm trying to save time. Okay, 9 August, 4 p.m. video. Do you go through the video? Don't you find funny? I put 9 August, 2 p.m. That is our Monday class, correct? How come there is a 4 p.m. video? Do y'all go through that? And I even type it down. Please go through the class 1 recorded lesson. Lots of things to learn from here. Rush?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't watch the video. That's why I'm not sure that. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, so please,
Yeah. Sorry, Miss.
Yeah,
Oh, I
know.
thought that video was for the introduction to our report. I completely missed it.
You see, if a teacher asks you to please go through the class 1, that means the class 1 recorded lesson. You are class 2. Hello, young people. And today your recorded lesson, I'm going to post it to class 1 also. I'm not going to go through this with them. So like that, only you can learn a lot of things, if not how, in such a short time, young people. So self-learning is very important. Okay, we don't have much time to that one. So please go through that, can or not? The formula is there. Even this formula is in your textbook also. If you look at page 287, you see the formula is there. Rush, do you see the formula?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah. So a lot of things you all can do it by yourself. So that's why self-learning is very important. As you go higher up, your teacher may not cannot afford to tell you every single thing, but they will provide you with material for you to read, for you to read. Okay, so let's look at part B. So now when you present this on the number line, okay, we have 42.2, 61.8. Okay, then the other one, so this is our first one, the first confidence interval. Then we have our second one, 48.3 to 58. Then we have the third one, which is 46. Yeah, it's come over here, 46. Okay, 46 and 51. So look, to be a fair coin, it must be 0.5, correct? 50%, am I right? So you see, all converge to this one. So they say illustrate the 3 confidence interval and comment on your result. Okay, you just say, as the sample size increases, the confidence interval reduces, but all converge to 50%. So that means all the 3 samples are not biased sample. You get me? So if you want to write your report about this, what you can create is, you can create your own result and you get a bias sample.
Wait, Miss, can you say again what makes a sample bias?
The sample bias,
Yeah, and how do you know if a sample is biased again?
so that means they doesn't overlap.
If they don't overlap, then it's biased.
One of them is biased, but I don't know which one. In
So how
this
do you-
case, I conclude most probably is the first one. The chances
Because-
of the first one to be biased is higher than the second one.
Because
Logic.
the width is larger, is that right?
No, it's not a matter of the width is larger. It's nothing wrong, nothing to do with the width. You look here. The first one is greater width, correct? As you increase the sample size, the width becomes smaller, but all converge to 0.5. 50% to be a fair coin, right?
Yeah.
And they overlap. So it's nothing to do with the width. So all show the result that the coin is a fair coin. You get me?
I think so, yeah, pretty sure. Mhm.
They have a common region. So I can have another sample, maybe it go like that. This is a confidence interval. So now my fourth one, I can say this most probably is a bias sample. Even it overlap with the longer one. Do you get me? So that is
Yeah.
called a bias sample.
Numbers for sample.
When you write your report, you can create your own data to try to. So what you need to do is when you're writing your report, you have to plan what you want to do, then what you want to say, what you want to tell the examiner, or what do you want to tell the one who are going to mark your work, okay? Your understanding of all these statistical terms. Okay, important, listen, important. Population. Do you know how to define your population? Do you know how to define your parameter of interest? All your population and your parameter of interest all arise from your claim. So you have to start to see what sort of claim are you going to make. What is the scenario? You plan, you choose your scenario. You choose your situation. And please choose a situation that allows you to explain as much thing as possible to show that you understand what is inferential statistics. So the key is the inferential statistic. Please read the 3 pages that I put in WhatsApp for you. I will post up these 2 questions also, and I will write more just instead of just answering the question. Okay, Afterward, the next lesson, I'm going to explain other question and I will try to incorporate in. Okay, so by this weekend, everyone should have a topic whereby you want to write for your folio already. Are you okay? Class? I know this is not an easy task. That's why I try my best to help you out. Okay? Class? So tabulate, you see? This question, they didn't ask you to tabulate. So when you present in your report, tabulation is much better. So that people can see clearly, exactly, instead of writing all in words. We'll go crazy, especially deal with number. Okay?
Miss, how long must the report be? 10 pages.
Ayo, Weng Shen, I'm not going to answer this. You go and find it out by yourself.
10 pages.
Don't you find that is too much? You keep asking the thing that I have stated right from the very beginning. If you are concerned about your report, the day when I discuss, you have to write down the important thing already. Okay, anyone in the class, can you tell me how many pages? Stephanie?
15 pages.
15 pages? On what type of paper?
A4.
Okay, font size, minimum font size?
No, Miss, I asked for the minimum, not the maximum.
There is no minimum. That is the maximum.
Oh,
No
thank God.
minimum. No minimum. You can
I
write
thought-
one page also can.
I thought we had to write up to like close to 15 and that.
Up to you lah.
I was
If you have
panicking
if
on
you
how
have
to fit
explained,
so much.
listen. If you have, it doesn't mean that write more is better. But is it possible to present all this concept in just one page?
No, obviously not.
Obviously not. If I give you
Okay.
15 pages, that means you're right. You use all the space given to you, write as much as you can. Do you know why next we want to put 15 pages limit? Because we have tried before last time, the folio, right? There are students who write until 70 pages. We all go crazy. Even Says also go crazy. He said, when you talk about, it's not how much you write, it's your content. So we fix the content to 15 pages. Maximum 15 pages. If you write more than that, the rest I'm not going to read. That's all.
It's just
So
font
we-
size matter if I'm doing handwritten.
Font size is minimum 10. Maximum up to you.
No, miss, if I'm if I'm doing handwritten report.
Handwritten. Hello, who is that?
Yeah,
Handwritten.
yeah.
You think twice first if you want to talk about handwritten. Formula can handwritten, but I feel that when you explain the content, I will encourage you to type it up. Formula you can write using handwritten. Okay?
Okay.
But type so that you can do correction easily. Please do so. Okay? Okay, thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Miss Tu, I have one question I wanted to ask.
Yes?
So you know the formula at the bottom, right? The P that's less than the P hat plus Z alpha over 2. So
Yeah.
how come sometimes we use the P without the hat and then sometimes we use P with the hat? Like, I'm not sure how to clarify the difference between the two.
This one. Did you watch the
The-
video?
I did watch the video, but I'm still unsure of
You're still not sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Afterward, during the lecture, I will explain again. Can or not?
Okay,
To
can.
make sure everyone know. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Okay, welcome.
Miss, I want to
Yes.
ask for the confidence interval when we put